Hi there and welcome to the channel. In today's video, I want to show a couple of tapping sequences. One is going to be to help to support you move through grief. So there's a real emotional connection and peace. It also helps the lungs to expand and move qi. So for Chinese medicine, we're going to be working with the lung point. So if you come to your collarbone, you'll feel kind of these pointy areas, and then there's like this little dip here in the middle. So I'm going to find these points and just go straight down from there, just below the collarbone and even a little bit on it. Don't worry about the placement too much here. You know, we're really sort of the intention of the lung point, and if you're in sort of this general area, you've got it. So don't worry about it. So I'm taking my fingertips and I'm just lightly tapping, giving it a little bit of speed. And just as you witnessed, I felt the need and just kind of automatically took a deeper breath. And that is checking in with my lungs, moving the chi held there, and also again, a great way to support anyone who's moving through grief of any kind. And that, makes a lot of sense if we think about the location of the heart and the area that we're tapping, right? So any kind of heartache, heartbreak, sadness, whatever you're experiencing, maybe a little melancholy. So that's a nice way to support that. And again, even if it's not particularly an emotional intention that you have for this tapping, again, just there it is, tapping in with the lungs and moving the energy, the chi in this point. You can do that as long as you feel necessary. For the sake of timing of this video, I'm going to keep it short. So I'm going to stop in 3, 2, 1 here. So that's the first technique I wanted to show you. The second one is going to help support the nervous system. Specifically, if you're feeling super engaged in fight or flight, that's sympathetic, it is going to help kind of regulate you down the scale a little bit. Eventually, hopefully, tapping you into, connecting you to that parasympathetic, that rest and digest. But the other great thing I find about this technique is it kind of creates the boundary of your body and then everything else, right? So it's sort of like my body, it's like an awareness, right? We're a pretty cerebral society, so sometimes we're like super here and we're like disconnecting from everything from the head on underneath. So it's a great way to connect you to that. It's a good way to move energy. It's also a great way, especially if there was heightened emotions or a lot of adrenaline, or you felt yourself kind of tensing up. This is a nice way, and there is a real physiological response here in the body of just connecting and moving the energy, but also really kind of even working with proprioception a little bit in the sense of the boundary of, my body, somebody else's body, my stuff, somebody else's stuff. So start at the head. Again, I'm using my fingertips and I'm just kind of tapping all around the scalp. I'm not doing it too hard. I am giving a little bit of vigor as far as my speed goes, but it's nothing like, again, we're not trying to be like super hyper active with these things. I'm going to come along the forehead and the brow bone here, come around my cheekbones. I'm actually going to come up onto my nose, the upper lip, coming down to the chin, going along the jawline, coming down along the spine, the back of the neck. And I'm going to take both hands, both fingertip tapping sequence to the top of one shoulder, coming around the collarbone, coming to the other. Then I'm going to come down each arm, and now I'm going to move into more of kind of a cup, a C shape with my hand, and give a nice firm, again, not too crazy here, not too much pressure, and tap along my arms and all my bony prominences, my fingers. Might actually do a little clapping here. And then because I am a one-woman show, I am not going to be able to show you the rest of my body, but I would take this cup action that I'm doing on my arms, I would do on my legs, on my knees, I would do on my hips, my gluteals, all around the pelvis. take it down my shins, and even my feet, especially the soles of our feet, is a place where we, sometimes often forget about, but they're the foundation of everything, right? That real point of balance, and also a real energetic connection to the earth and all who reside on it. So for the sake of just demonstrating here, I am just spending a little bit of time in the rib cage, coming down the sternum. Again, just anywhere where you've got bones and you feel like could use a good tapping, as best you can, maybe coming to the back. That can be a little bit challenging, but if you have the mobility available, certainly running that kind of cupping, again, C shape of the hands, up and down the back as best as possible. So those are a few tips and techniques to support the nervous system, also to support the emotional energies moving, and also, breathing and the lungs expanding and just working with the lungs energetically, but also sending a signal to the body to kind of check in. Again, getting out of like total cerebral zone here and really connecting with the entirety of the body. If you liked today's video, make sure to hit that thumbs up. If you'd like to be notified about new videos and content we put out, please subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon. Until next time, take care and be well.